In this video, I'll be showing how I cooked beef brisket from Minka Farms. I started by wiping down the surface that I'd be preparing the brisket on, setting the oven to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. I set out all the ingredients that I'd be using to season the brisket, and then I started by washing my hands. After thawing the brisket in the fridge for 24 hours, I started seasoning. I placed it on a paper towel and put oil on one side, and then used pink Himalayan salt to cover one side of the brisket. I repeated the same seasoning process using black pepper, Nature's Blend all-purpose seasoning. I then used a brown sugar rub that's a personal favorite, and then I used onion powder and then went over the top, lightly covering it in paprika. I then rubbed all the seasonings in to make sure that it was fully coated and then flipped over and did the same on the other side. I added in a temperature probe to measure the temperature while I cooked it to make sure that it was fully cooked internally. I transferred it over to the pan that I would be cooking it on. I placed the pan on the middle rack in the oven and set the timer to 90 minutes, which is about the time it takes to cook 1 pound of brisket. I waited until the internal temperature reached about 195 degrees Fahrenheit and then pulled it out and let it sit to cool. To cut the brisket, I started by cutting it in half and then cutting each side into about 1/2 inch size pieces, cutting against the grain. This leads us to our final product of sliced brisket.